Hello everyone, well this is our tutorial for the great Eagles song Hotel California. Obviously a brilliant song. A lot of it is in the arrangement, and do you know it was written in 1976, so it's now 44 years old, which is quite a frightening thought. Anyway, what you need to know about this song is that it's actually not that difficult. What makes it so iconic and wonderful is the Eagles arrangement of it. We can't quite aim that high, but we'll do the best we can. What I intend to give you this afternoon is the basic structure, the bare bones of the song, and then feel free to add all the bells and whistles that you want to give it something of your own into the song. So we're going to start with the key. The Eagles did it in B minor / D, which is all right if you're Don Henley and you've got a voice that reaches somewhere up into the stratosphere. Mine doesn't. Most club versions of this song will have it in A minor / C, which is okay. It's only one tone down from the Eagles version, but it's still quite high. And those of us who are not blessed with a high singing voice have to think of something else. So to suit my singing voice, I've put it into D minor / F. And it's quite a nice song to play in that key. If that key doesn't suit your singing voice, then you know what to do. Grab your trusty circle of fifths and transpose away to your heart's content. Ain't that right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Can't do without the circle of fifths. Right, now let's get into the introduction. Is very much the same as the accompaniment chords for the verse. So once you've mastered the introduction, you've mastered the verses. And the chorus isn't that different either. So anyway, let's go through it a bit at a time. The introduction, those of you who had my copy of the sheet music will realise that each chord changes on the first beat of the bar. And we've got basically 4 beats on each chord as we go through the introduction. So shall we do this?
Yeah.
It's sort of 1, 2, 3, 4. D minor, A7, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, C5. Right, C5. I saw somebody putting their hand up over there and saying, what the heck is C5 when it's at home? C5 is 0033 rather than 0003. And the reason I put a C5 in there is to emphasise that G note, which is actually the G note in the melody. But when you're playing the introduction, what you're doing is playing the melody in the chords. So you're starting with a D minor with that A note, and then A7, which that A note is still ringing out. And then if you go to a C, it's not so much, so you need to emphasise that G note. So, and then to an ordinary D. The next chord after that is B flat major 7th. Now, all the songbooks just show that as the plain major chord. When you're doing it in A minor, it would be shown there as an F chord. But the major 7th just sounds so much better. And I'll show you what I mean. Starting from the top again. So that B flat major 7th, it's got that A note ringing out over the top of it. Where if you change it to the full B flat major chord, it's not right. It doesn't fit the melody, because when you get to up ahead in the distance, up ahead in the distance, So it's a major seventh rather than the plain chord. And from there we resolve to
And to play it, you play.
Oh yeah, 3, 2, 1, 0. Thank you, ma'am.
That's all right. That's what I'm here for.
3, 2, 1, 0. Lovely chord and not difficult. Then we resolve to an F, plain F, and then G minor, 0, 2, 3, 1. And then to a plain first position, A seventh, 0, 1, 0, 0. That's the introduction. And then it goes into the verse, which is exactly the same chord structure. So let's put those two together. And we'll see where we've got that little emphasis at the end of the intro before you go into the verse. Some people do that intro twice through. I think it's quite a long song, so it actually doesn't need that. And also because at the end of the song, the fade out at the end is exactly the same as the intro, so we don't really want to. And it's the same as the verse, the chord structure, so I think once through that intro is quite enough. So, shall we?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. That's how it fits together. And the second verse, same as the first, as they say. Exactly the same chord progression. And then we get to the chorus. The chorus is pretty simple, really. It just goes from the A7, I thought I heard them say, and welcome is on a B flat. Welcome to the Hotel California. Okay, so the B flat there, any way you like, either use the full 4-string bar as Pam does, or just the 2-string half bar that I use, flattening my index finger across the first two strings, the A and the E string. But whichever position you choose, you can pick up a little melody note there, because the melody goes, welcome to the Hotel California. You can do that by playing your little finger down onto the 3rd fret of the A string. So we're going, welcome to the Hotel California. And if you delay changing to the F chord from the 3rd syllable of California to the 4th, then that cheats that B flat note in as well. So we get, so delay changing from the B flat to the F for half a beat, and that picks up the melody there. So we go on from California, such a lovely place. There you can pick up the melody again. You're playing your plain A7th, but you can pick up the G note on the 3rd fret of the E string. Such a lovely place, such a lovely face. And the D minor, the F note is in there. And again, if you delay your change such on the A7th to the D minor, from lovely to face, such a lovely place, such a lovely face. can echo the melody there. Welcome to Hotel California, such a lovely place, such a lovely face. So you can do that again, it's just with the little finger on the 3rd fret of the E string. If you want to do what the Eagles record does, in the background you're getting this. After on Lovely Face, such a lovely place, such a lovely place. And that's the D note, open E string, take your little finger, your index finger off, and then put it back down again for the F note. So we go. And then plenty of room at the Hotel California, any time of year. Now you're on the G minor there, and you can echo the melody. Any time of year. Just lift your index finger off the A string, and then put it back. And you can find it here, and you can do exactly the same thing, but you're on the A7th. But just drop your middle finger on the 1st fret of the A string. You can find it here. So all those little bits and pieces you're adding into your playing, emphasize the melody and just pick up those melody notes. So again, if you're playing in a group, some of you can be playing the plain chords and others can put those little enhancements in just to give it a bit of a lift. So if we go through that chorus and put it all together, we just get to this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Welcome to Hotel California, such a lovely place, such a lovely face. Plenty of room at the Hotel California, any time of year. You can find it here. And then we're going into the 3rd and 4th verses, which is exactly the same chord structure as the 1st and 2nd. And then we come to the 2nd chorus, Welcome to the Hotel California, living it up, the Hotel California, what a nice surprise, bring your alibis. So you can use exactly those same embellishments as before, or if you prefer, save them to the 2nd time round, or do something different. But these, as I say, we're just giving you the basic building bricks of the song for you to add your own stamp to it. And that's pretty much all of it, because when we get to the very end, you can check out any time you like, but you can never leave. And then we just go to the outro, which again, if you've got a lead guitar or lead electric ukulele, you can just give them free rein and go and do your thing. But otherwise, for those of us foot soldiers playing the basic chords, we've got exactly the same as we had at the outro. And then fading out is very difficult when you're performing live. So the way we do that is just to resolve to the root chord, which in this case is a D minor. So the outro would be from the last line of the verse. It would be, you can check out any time you like, but you can never leave. Oh yes, just while I think about it. If you want to pick up the melody there on the A7th, but you can never leave. Little finger, A string, fret 4. It's a C sharp note, but that's just, anyway, so sorry, from that same place, 1, 2, 3, 4, you can check out any time you like, but you can never leave, and then we're in the outro. If you want to pick over it, by all means do, I'll show you this. Right. The lead guitar in the Eagles version is doing something like this. And all I'm doing there is just picking with those three fingers on the first three strings, the A, E and C string. So on a D minor chord, you're getting 1, 2, 3. And the A seventh is exactly the same. You get to the C5, we need to do something a little bit different because we need to play the C up here at 5, 4, 3, 3 because we're doing this exactly the same pattern, but we're shifting it across to strings 2, 3 and 4. And then to the G, that works just as well. But you need to drop your little finger down onto the 4th fret of the G string. And that's with a low G, of course, so you're picking up that low B note. And you can continue that on the B flat major 7th. Now you can use that picking pattern all the way through the outro, but I wouldn't do exactly the same thing all the way through that. I might do a little bit of it. I might do it and just break it up. And then right at the end, you just go from an A7th and resolve to a D minor. So the last line of the outro is starting on the B flat major 7th. And there, we finish nicely on a D minor. I think that's about it, actually. So that's it. Basically, at heart, it's a very simple song. It's all the frills and furbelows that you put on top of the basic song that makes it such a good one. Okay, well that's it from us. We'll have the play-along version later in the week on Sunday. We'll be sending that out, and I'm hoping that Graham will be supplying some bass, so you can see how the bass fits in as well. If in doubt, go back and listen to the original. That's what I do all the time. Call it up on YouTube and listen, especially that instrumental outro at the end. You can see where they do all sorts of wonderful things. So have a go, see for yourselves. Okay, that's it from us. Well, we'll be putting the play along out on Sunday. We'll also be putting out our Friday Fun, our comic song. So look out for that. And we'll have more of the same next week. So until we meet again, stay safe, take care of yourselves and be kind to each other. And it's goodbye from us for today. Bye-bye.